Turned stadium over here across from Pioneer. This shit really looks like something out of California. These new houses that built. Wonder how long before they take the whole rest of the block out, all the way up to the church. Wonder if they'll end up being able to get to church. And I know my uncle's the pastor of it now, but wonder how long that can survive. Ann Arbor is a very, very unique place. It's a very unique place. Seeing this town change so much. I know a lot of people, they don't like fucking around here. Once they leave here, they don't like fucking around here. But, you know, I mean, if you're trying to do some things out here, it's tough to move if you don't really have your shit in order. You know, and as black people, we're typically undercapitalized to move in spaces like this. If you're trying to do some things out here in Ann Arbor, in the city, you've got to be capitalized the right way. And most of us are not capitalized the right way, and that's why we only can function to a certain degree. I hate when Ann Arbor sits up on the motherfucking stoop of Chrysler and Michigan Stadium doing they speed trapping. Shouldn't University of Michigan police be there? I hate that shit. When you coming down off that hill and you doing a little bit faster than you should get, they shouldn't be able to nab your ass right there. That's some bullshit. And they sit there at night and they sit there during the day. That's a cheap ass ticket. Y'all can find somebody else to speed trap. Don't speed trap motherfuckers who obviously moving the right way up and down stadium. Now you catch a motherfucker doing 70, 80 in this bitch, that's one thing. But doing 45 miles an hour on stadium is not an offense that you should get a ticket for. And aren't there some crimes that you could be out here solving versus trying to speed trap somebody with a gimme on the stoop of Michigan Stadium and Chrysler Arena? Talking about the business. Being able to do business. And I've seen so many businesses close during this pandemic. Businesses that were really fit. I mean, they were really fit when things was popping, but things ain't popping out here no more. So no customers, no money, you gotta close. But the thing that's steady popping up is houses. Houses are steady popping up. Old houses are getting leveled and new structures are popping up. Or it might have been a 3-4 bedroom joint. They dropping that bitch and they putting it back up and it's a 7-8 bedroom joint. It's a 10 bedroom joint. Or they building on to these old houses. But that ain't black money. Black money been ran out of Ann Arbor. Black money has been ran out of Ann Arbor. It is what it is. You know, I can't say they were smarter than us. They were just stronger than us. And they had the numbers. And we didn't have the foundation to hold on to a lot of shit around here, man. I mean, I put myself in that shit, man. You know, if I knew what I know now, I would have never let them push me into a corner fucking having to sell my grandmother's house. I'd have been like, fuck you. But when you out there on that island, you do, when they start talking that adult protective services shit and being a ward of the state, all kind of crazy shit, dog. Crazy shit. And you know, you don't want to fight that. All you trying to do is fight for the people that you love. And I was trying to fight for my grandmother. But yeah, black people have been pretty much pushed out of Ann Arbor, living wise, and for the most part, working. There's a lot of black people that used to work in Ann Arbor, don't work in Ann Arbor because of locality, because it's too far for them to drive for where they work. Hell, you got kids that live in Belleville, damn near living Romulus to go to Ann Arbor Public Schools. Canton, East Ypsi, go to Ann Arbor Public Schools because their parents been priced out the Ann Arbor residential game, but they still want that Ann Arbor schooling. You got to go to what's good. And I'm not saying those places don't have school systems that are decent, but they're not Ann Arbor Public Schools. Just out here showing a little love today, man. Showing a little love. About to go into my pre-op mode. I've already taken the laxatives. The laxatives have been taken. I'm about to start my Go Lightly in probably what? About 30 minutes. We'll be down for the count for several hours. I'm going to have an intimate relationship with our downstairs lavatory. Got my books and my electronics, got everything ready. Because I'm going to be centrally located. And when I got to move expeditiously. And I need to have my own joint for the day. Not this joint. Can't eat nothing. But I can hemp it up. We're going to hemp it up. Go lightly. Crush that shit, we used to say back in the day. Crush that shit. We did some irresponsible drinking back in the day. Hard ass liquor. Crush that shit. Don't be a bitch. I wonder how many of us actually had alcohol poisoning and just didn't know. Crazy shit. Crazy shit. This is somewhat of a strange situation for me because, I mean, this isn't my first colo, and I know what I'm going to endure with the violent behavior with the lavatory. But knowing that I'm doing this in the midst of a pandemic and all the other stuff that's going on, you gotta find some positivity in everything, and I don't find no positivity in motherfucker putting the camera in my booty hole for 8-9 minutes. But it is what it is. I'll be asleep. So do what you gotta do and get up out of there. I think at this point I'm healthy for the most part. Nobody has said different. My blood's been right. My vitals have been right. So ain't nobody said nothing's out of whack where I needed to get this. It was just time. I'm 50. It was just time to get the, that next stage colo. Not like we think something's wrong, colo. Just, you need to go on and get that done, colo. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep moving on. Can't have my colored water today. Drinking clear water because you can't have nothing color in your diet. When you drink flavored water all day, albeit non-sugar, it's sweet. It's totally different than some regular water. But you got to be able to appreciate drinking regular water. At least I can drink my water one-handed. I ain't like the former president who had to drink a glass of water with 2 hands. I mean, I know he got 24 on me, but that's okay. If I'm 74 years old, I still gonna drink a glass of water with 1 hand. I ain't gonna drink a glass of water with 2 hands. If I make it to 74, 1 motherfucking hand, please. Damn, they stopped getting on an on-ramp of the highway. They stopped and pulled over, and they about to give him some bread. They wouldn't have stopped and pulled him over if I don't know why they didn't make him put his mask on before he walked up to the window. He blowing Rona all up in that shit. Her hair is platinum and black. That's some pretty shit. You don't see hairstyles like that much, at least not around here. Her shit is platinum and black. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Unique style, unique color. I like that. wouldn't particularly have it. But I like it on her. You gotta have the kind of head for that. And every woman can't wear that hairstyle she was wearing. But it looked dope on her. She had a smaller head. A lot of women with a big head can't wear that hairstyle. And can't put all that platinum in their black. Nah, it won't look right. Too big. Your head too big, you got all that different color, your shit look like a bowling ball. She had a little small little head. You could tell she was a grown woman, but there's like women that have small heads. There's some women that have some really big ass domes. Crazy thing about food addictions. This is how I skip off into shit. This ain't really no dose. I don't really have a specific subject I'm talking about. I might jump on here in the midst of my bowel-demic. Do a dose. I'm just showing love, man. Showing some love. Last night I did one talking about the family. Wasn't really a dose, just kicking what's out here, man. Just kicking what's out here. And we in the midst of some shit right now. As I pass these restaurants dealing with food addiction, it doesn't affect me at all. Knowing I can't eat. That's the funny thing. It ain't like I can just pull over and grab something to eat. I can't even eat. I won't be able to eat till about this time tomorrow. And it doesn't even affect me that I can't. Where I know that I wouldn't have been able to do this had I not overcame my addiction. I mean, food addiction, it's nuts because you actually think you're enjoying yourself while eating, but you're killing yourself. It's a tough situation to deal with. It's a tough situation to overcome because overcoming food addiction takes more than just you. You know, you got to change your environment, change your surroundings, you know. It takes more than you. People that you deal with. Because if they can't aid your overcoming just by doing what they need to do, they need to be in pocket. Like you can't have a whole motherfucker coming over every day with what do you call it? Fast food, styrofoam containers and shit. And obviously I was addicted in a way where I didn't cook everything. I mean, I just didn't cook everything I ate. I ate a lot of fast food, a lot of prepared food. You know, and it was bad because I ate it in excess. And I try to help people I know that are going through this shit. Because if you don't help somebody, you see somebody going down that path and you can help them. And everybody can't really be a help. You can say some things, but a lot of times a person that really has to help an individual that's not like a medical professional is somebody that's gone through it so you understand what they're dealing with. If not, you can always say some superficial shit. Your comments are just all topical, but unless you've actually gone through the shit and you really understand what that person is going through and dealing with, it's very tough to talk people out of food addiction. You may find yourself sitting there and enjoying it with them. Because a food addict, a person that is really, really big, they're generally going to be able to talk a skinny person into eating something. And there's the skinny fat people, but I'm talking about like a skinny person who's like, oh no, I already ate. They'll end up talking, oh, you ate dinner? Okay. Let's go out and grab some dessert. Okay, it might entertain you. That's the next phase. Skinny person's not going to be like, oh yeah, I already ate dinner. Let's go eat another dinner. No, that's why they're skinny. Now the skinny fat person may have eaten a dinner and they'll go eat a whole nother motherfucking dinner with you. You don't want the skinny fat person. You want that skinny person that has that discipline about themselves. They know you shouldn't be going out eating after it's this hour. How many people I used to go out and eat at like midnight with? Midnight! If you ain't got something in that house to pacify your stomach until the morning time, the last thing you need to do is go out and eat at midnight. And we used to go out and eat after midnight all the time. After midnight, Coney Islands. Man. Can't live that life. I remember ordering food and then ordering more food to take home so I'd have something there when I woke up. Those were the worst times. I didn't do that a lot because you generally had stuff left over from what you ate because you couldn't really eat all your shit. You still full of alcohol. But you took that Coney Island food home. And then it got to the point where I would eat what I had, then I ordered some more food. This motherfucker just did a whole U-turn in the middle of the street. I'm just driving down Carpenter. Those times were crazy. Could have easily died. Could have easily died. I had sleep apnea at the time. It's the other reason I gotta maintain, man. I don't want to go back into that realm of having sleep apnea. I was cured of that shit. The weight loss, took the sleep apnea away. So I got to continue to move. Got to continue to move. If you don't move it, you will lose it. Real shit. Man, so they're gonna get the brakes. Working into a different world, man. Working into a different world methodically. Because this is for keeps now. Where I'm at now, I've got to do this and set everybody up. Whatever I do now is how we'll proceed. Go on by me, Wrangler. How we proceed for the next, several. I'm trying to set it up for life. There ain't no point in me holding shit up no more. I mean, what am I holding up? Ray and the kids got to eat. Grandkids got to eat. I can't just think about me. I have to think about what I can do out here. Y'all see me sometimes with a whole different trajectory on my voice and my mood. It's just the many moods. But I'm the one motherfucker that don't change. I don't have to change. I can live with a clear conscience. Everybody can't do that. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, don't let these simps make you think they doing something out here. Because if they was really doing something out here, they wouldn't need to let you know they was doing something out here. They would just do it. They would just do it. You see an old black woman in an S5, you just smile. I ain't talking about 50s, 40s, 50s. I'm talking about an old black woman, 70, 80, in an S5, and new boy, you just smile. You know that they went through some good shit. You don't need to perk. You know, you can get an old German car. I got an old German car. Got the CC. It's 10 years old. I like it. I don't drive it much. I got to drive it soon because I got to get my brakes done on the truck. But the CC is just, you know, standard little sedan. Little, what they call it, a sports sedan. Old car. Just kicked 100,000. You know, 10 years old. But a lot of these motherfuckers, get these Benzes and these Beamers and all this shit, get all these expensive ass used cars that they can't afford. Like, you really should be in a Ford, dog. You should really be in a Chrysler. Go get you a Charger, dog. Get you a Charger lease. And then get you a hoopty, and then drive the hoopty, and then you pull the Charger out, get you the nice Charger. So you get all the bells and whistles so you can really floss, but you're not really flossing because you're getting a lease. It's not going to be a buy. You're not paying cash for it. You're running a note, and you don't have all that money, so you want to run a good note, so you get a lease note. And then get you a standard driver. Get you that daily boy. And you use that Charger as when, you want to go out, and do your thing. Nothing wrong with having two cars, one daily, one for, whatever. Or you just drive that Charger all the time because you can afford it and you do your thing. But most of y'all can't really afford them cars. So you go get the Beamer. You go get the old Beamer. You get the old Benz. And that motherfucker have all kind of problems with it. And then you can't really drive it because it's always got some electrical shit. It's always got this and it's always got that. All that shit's all tied in together to them German cars. So when you get them cars and everybody think you flossing, but you paying more in repairs than you pay on your note, just to have it out a couple times a month, you're going out the world ass backwards. If you can't afford that new boy, to where you just go drop the keys on the service counter, and then they come bring out your loaner, which is a Benz, which is a Beamer. Come on, man. You ain't really doing it that way. And we don't need to do that as black folks. Well, I don't know, why are we trying to show off that we broke? Who give a fuck if you got a Benz or a Beamer or this and that and that? We're broke. 40 million black folks, only 1% of us are worth more than $1 million. And that's all your celebrities and all your athletes and all everybody that you think got money, that you see got money. They're in that 1%. Which means 99%. Look, let me tell you something. 20% of black America owns 95% of black America's wealth. 20% of black America controls 95%. I'm gonna make sure that number's right, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'll recant the statement if it's not. That's what I read. We need it out here. But it talks about reparations and restorative justice and recompense and redress and all that. First thing we got to talk about is how we get everybody on the same plane. I ain't say everybody got to agree with each other, but we all need to be on the same plane. That's the first thing that we need to do. And I think with the new black media out here, we're trying to get to that point. We're trying to get everybody on the same plane. We get everybody on the same plane, then we can move effectively. But if everybody's over here and here, not gonna work. Got it? That's what it is. All right, I'm gonna go get my pre-procedure bowel instructions going. Bowl instruction. Maybe it's bowl instruction. I don't know. Bowel. It's time. Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor.